Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First play and a first pass for Murray. That's into the hands of Woods. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Newman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Murray. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now 2nd and 3. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Murray. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Bears Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Here we go.
On first down, Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. For the Bears, it's 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Murray now. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
To throw, it's Murray. He sets to fire deep. That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's to the 20. And they will score a pick six for Bears touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're riding a two-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Fields on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. First play's a run with Nwangu. And they're able to get this this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Nwogu going to get it on the counter. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. They'll go right back to Nwogu. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, they'll run with it. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way, because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then your hips seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. Here's Fields now on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was supposed to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free, because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Yeah, he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. Fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Returnable now for Woodson. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now Murray throwing on second down. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here's Murray. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He may go. And they will score. A pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Murray. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. On second down, here's Nwangu. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Murray going to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open. They couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just can't hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Don't let them get away with that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Fields. And a quick throw here that's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Fields now to throw. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, Fields. Open man right side is Rice. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line. Here we go. Mistakes out there, offense. Score these guys, man.
from the 50. Here's Fields. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air again, Fields. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, here's Fields. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Kadarius Toney, his intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Fields. That is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface test.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Rashee Rice, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Being chased out left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Murray. And now here's another interception. He's to the 10, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On the toss, here's Nwangu. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Murray's got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Motion man right is Rice. Now they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
To throw is Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Bears! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears add on to their fourth quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another run now for Nwangu. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And this is incomplete. Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to make it 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bears continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's their sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
The Packers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Newman. They're going to get him down well short in the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's to the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And
and now they're going to fake it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Stupid.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. Koo for the extra point. Now this this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bears 59, Packers 12.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangwu. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Chicago, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.